man. 122 pounder, 10-5, man. What the good for sports season, bro. Walking Wisconsin, watching.
Good fellas sport.
Good fellas sport.
All right, man. The Ring magazine ranks Terence Crawford over Errol Spence as the number one welterweight. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Check out the welterweight boxing playlist and the boxing news playlist. So was I a little bit shocked? But I really didn't give it no thought. You know, you got to understand when people talk about their pound for pound list and people give their opinions in the sport of boxing. Guess what? It's just their opinion. Pound for pound list is subjective. You know, anything being a title holder or a 3-belt title holder or a 2-belt title holder, you know, being undisputed don't mean you undisputed. Sometimes there's a dispute, like with Canelo and David Benavidez. There was a dispute. You know, some people identify Benavidez as the number one super middleweight. Canelo didn't fight him, so it's a dispute. You know what I'm saying? So boxing is different from a lot of other sports. You know, when you run through March Madness and you went through 4-6 rounds, the regular round, the next round, the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, round 4. Especially if you come in, you got to play in to get in the championship. You know, you a champion. But in boxing, man, you know, even being a title holder or a champion, undisputed, there's a dispute. You know, it was talking about Josh Taylor. People say, well, it's a dispute. You didn't fight Catterall. I mean, not Catterall, but him too. But Zepeda. Go to Teofimo Lopez. You didn't fight Devin Haney. You really didn't beat Lomachenko. So, you know, really, all of it is subjective to what you believe. So, you know, when people say, well, this is the number one. Some people still think Anthony Joshua number one. Some people think Usyk number one. Some think Fury number one. So, same thing with the mythical pound for pound list. It's never been nothing. It's never been nothing that's concrete because it's mythical. Because you know, you look at Gervonta Tank Davis. He ain't gonna go out there and fight Better BF. You know, so how we know the better fighter? So it's subjective. Some people thought Triple G resume was good. Some people thought Adrian Broner resume was really good to be on the pound for pound list. Some people thought Keith should have been on there. So a lot of it is mythical, and a lot of it is got to do with you. They love you. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to do something extraordinary. You know, but being pound for pound right now, it really don't mean much. You know, because boxing is at its darkest place. There's been, since it began, when it was barbaric, it was a better sport. You know, now it's a rich kid sport, but Terence Crawford being jumping him, Sean Porter. I mean, hold on, I'm not too surprised, man, because he dusted Sean Porter off. Nobody done Sean Porter like that, and Sean Porter was the barometer. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it was. He the barometer. So Crawford don't really need to fight Spence. I told y'all that. He don't need to fight Spence. For what now? You know what I'm saying? The Spence want to say 80-20, 60-40. Anything less than like 40-40, the winner get 10 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Sean retired. That's why he's not on the list. Anything less than that, man, I don't, fuck him. I already proved that I demolished a PBC fighter. What else I got to do? I beat the hell out of Ugas and Spence. I mean, Crawford was fighting, so it was close. So I already won every belt in boxing. I won 2 ring belts. I did everything that you probably never going to accomplish in boxing. So, I mean, that's what I get it. I understand. I was just watching 30 for 30 chasing Tyson again, man. And Evander Holyfield, they asked him, like, do you need Mike Tyson? He was like, nah, but his word said one thing, and when the opportunity came, it was still used for him. Been chasing him since the 80s. So of course, you say you need and want. It's 2 different things. I don't need Tyson or I don't need Errol Spence, especially now they got Sean Porter. I want to fight. Most definitely. I definitely want to throw down and show I'm the best. I'm a competitor. But, when I'm showing I'm a competitor and I'm calling these dudes out and they're still a large fraction of fans, and they're still, old school guys that's claim to be, for the betterment of boxing, they claim to be, hardcore boxing, you know what I'm saying? And they all protecting Errol Spence. It is what it is. I know when I get laid to rest, when I retired, and when I'm on sick bed, I know I did everything to make that fight happen. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But right now, he got 2 belts, and I'm identified by the Ring magazine, who was funded by Golden Boy, as the number 1 fighter at welterweight. Not the champion, just number 1. And for us to get that belt, either Errol Spence going to have to get out of commission, I'm going to have to fight Ugas, so I got to go do Spence. But you know what? I had that belt 2 times before. And now I'm the closest one to that belt. Now, what are you going to do? Fight or run? Honestly, what are you going to do? Whatever he do, his fans going to support it. And people who don't like Crawford gonna support it. You know, there's guys like Crawford and Clarissa Shields, assistants like Clarissa Shields and Deontay Wilder. Get all this unwarranted hate, this hate that come from nowhere. They don't do nothing, but they don't do shit. They do what the other fighters do, like Golovkin and even more, and they do shit that Marciano did and stuff of that nature, whatever it may be. Which shit ain't never been done before. You know, and they get this hate. You all know what they got in common. They dark skinned. And I'm not talking about the hate from the Hispanics or the hate from the Puerto Ricans or the hate from, the Spanish or the Latino community. I'm talking about the hate from the black community. Hate out of nowhere, bro. Out of nowhere. And Errol Spence, he did a great job laying the foundation for us communications as far as being, communicating. Well, communications like the publications like media, new media, ESPN, they like them. But at the end of the day, people see the truth. That's why they crying everything, but let's fight. And now Bud identified as the best welterweight. And Errol Spence been on this list for 300, almost twice the time, 302 weeks. It ain't nothing changed. When Crawford said, I'm on my way. Oh, he get a belt, I'll fight him. Boy, get a belt, get to his face. I'm gonna take the easy fight Sean Porter. Car accident. It's the same thing with Keith Thurman. As soon as Errol Spence started breathing down Keith Thurman, neck, he told him he was coming. Then when he arrived, shit changed. This kid ain't no different from Keith Thurman Jr. He Keith Thurman Jr. He ain't fought, even though he come back quicker. He ain't fought in a year. Rumor is, I do a video on the late, come back in February, March. Cool. People say, who's worse, Bud? Man, he wasn't there. Get his fucking eyes knocked out his head. His first Ugas. Cool. He gonna start swimming at 80, 20, 60, 20 shit. Cool. You know what? I don't need you. What black youngsters say, he said, because I don't need you. I can't say that word. I don't need you. I make a lot of money with Josh Taylor. I move up, fight your boy. Either way, I don't need you. I made money. If you want to be fair about it, cool. But Mikey Garcia got a fair split and he ain't bring nothing to the table. Ugas gonna get a fair split and he bring a belt to the table, but he fought Eddie Garcia. What he bring to the table? Like I said, the split is where the most duckage come from. Is when the motherfucker asks for money. Like, oh, I need $20 million, this, that, and the third. Let Eddie put the money up. Eddie put the money up. Go to the Middle East, they'll find a way to put the money up. But that's the biggest duck. Is when they get to that table to talk about money, that's why they're gonna try to rush Ugas to him. That's why they're gonna show that he don't want to fight. Cool. 60-20, 60-40, 80-20. Cool. I don't need you. I got options. I can fight Boots. I can fight Ortiz. I can fight Jamel Charlo. I can fight Tim Tszyu. I can fight Josh Taylor. I can fight Teofimo Lopez. That was a rumor. Shit. The world don't end with you. You the one that's gonna miss out on the payday. You the one that's gonna miss out on something that I already did and undisputed. Come on. I already proved it. I'll go behind you and beat the dog walking shit out of Ugas if I have to. Just to prove my point. Every opponent you fight, I'll come behind them. You know what I'm saying? You want to fight the ENJ bottle? Well, shit, I come behind it and I break it over your fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Well, Carlson White say, oh, that nigga always drunk. They always dragging him out the club. He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo, man. Why care about Errol Spence? That fight done passed him by. I go up there and sell your booty hole to Canelo. Yep, do what you said you was going to do. Go ahead and bend over for Canelo. Touch your toes while you're doing it. Make sure you wipe clean for Canelo don't get doo-doo on his thing. You know what I'm saying? Go up there, do what you say gonna do. Go fight Canelo. Remember he said, I can come down and fight Golovkin. Go up there, fight Golovkin. Go up there, fight Jamal. Go up there, fight Plant. Go up there, fight your fans saying they could be better beat that. Go up there and fight them. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Go up there and do your thing up there. Right now, you've been in the welterweight division all these years. You number 2 with 2 belts. They let you know everything. Look all the belts that man got in this picture. You'll never get some of them belts. That white, blue, and red belt, let's outplay for it. That ring belt, you never get it. That burgundy belt, long as Bud hold it, never get it. And then Virgil Ortiz coming for your mandatory. So either way, you're going to have to fight or run. So, good the ring did the right thing. And it should be that way. That nigga won life and death with Sean Porter. Go fight Ugas, man, and be unofficial, undisputed. I ain't tripping. Like I said, I was past the Bud and spend shit. Bud need to get as much money as he can in the sport. You already validated. You've been validated before Sean Porter, but you had to validate in the minds of the haters. And now they screaming it was fixed, but they screaming fixed. It was, Sean Porter was, Derrick James put the narrative out there. Sean Porter was damaged versus Errol Spence. But one thing we do know, they not saying let's fight. Two things we do know. They're not saying let's get in the ring. Three things we do know. They're not saying send a contract. They're not saying where they want to fight for. Five, they're not saying call Al. Six, what they doing? Running out the damn arena. Seven, they don't even know where the car service tunnel is. They run so fast. Eight, the strength and conditioning coach talking like he ever put on gloves and like he know what he talking about. Nine, your coach been shook talking about, oh, Sean, you damaged Sean, but Sean wasn't the one who had the fucking eye injury after the fight or a car crash. Okay. 10, you ain't see nobody from Premier Boxing Champions, so far. Welcome Bud over there. So, hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Them the ten Errol Spence commandments, Duck and Bud. You find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, card, response, video request, all my social media subscription. Twitter's the fastest way, then Facebook and Instagram. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Best way to donate. Thumbs up, share to be subscribed to the channel. Next subscribe button, the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications, go live, drop a video. What Biggie say, what's beef? Guaranteed when I see you, you be in ICU. Bars. Peace.